Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. I have a great little Easter project for you all. It's 7 different cards that you can cut on your Cricut Joy, but you can also cut it on your Maker or your Explore, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. So these are designs that are part of Cricut Access. There's 7 of them that I've reformatted for you so that you can cut them on any machine. I'm cutting it on the Joy today, but you can cut them on all of the machines. The cards consist of a back. This is the back, which I've cut in white, and then it has a front that has 2 sides. It has the cutout side, and then it has this piece of patterned paper beneath it. I have a lot of this wonderful patterned paper. Some of it's from Echo Park. This one isn't, I don't think this one is Laurie Whitlock, but it's part of Echo Park Paper Company. And a lot of times what you do is if you get this paper, one side looks great for a card, but the other side doesn't. This one's okay, but there have been ones that, for instance, like this, that I don't really care for the back. I mean, it's really cute and everything, but it's just not going to work for a card. So what I tend to do is I make my own card base. And this is simply an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper that's cut, right? It's cut halfway, and then you fold it like this. And if you want to make the crease really, really tight, you can use something like this, your scraper, and just sort of run it along and make a nice folded base. Then you have a base that you can take your cutout, which is this one here with the sort of weird back to it, and then you can just glue it or use a tape runner to glue it to the back, or to the front, I should say, of this card. And then you have a completed card that looks very professional on the inside as well as on the outside. So I'm going to give you, and you'll see it in the description of this video, but I'm going to give you this this file that has the 7 different card fronts on it, and you would be also needing to cut your own little card bases, or if you wanted to use, for instance, you wanted to use something that was white on one side and patterned on the other, you could also do that with the paper, and then you'd have a front to the card but the inside being white. Okay, that's super easy to do. But I wanted to show you how these cut out. This was cut out on the Cricut Joy just now, and here we go. This is not the card mat, this is the regular mat, and this is medium card weight cardstock, medium weight cardstock. I get most of my solid colored cardstock from Michael's. I do buy, sometimes I buy the Cricut brand, but I just find that Michael's has, because it's local to me, and I buy it usually in packs of 50 when it's on sale. Now, I use it for my card bases, and I also use it for the front part of the cards. So it ends up being very economical to make quite a few cards like this, using the solid and then the back. So that really all that you're going to have to seek out, if you don't already have it, is this patterned paper, right? And then you're simply going to take that cutout using your glue. I use this glue. You don't have to use this glue, but I find it's very good. It's called Art Glitter Glue. It dries clear, and it has a tip you can add onto it. It's called a precision tip. I buy this glue at createforless.com, but you can also buy it in other online places, including Amazon and what have you. I just want to support, for me, I like to support the other retailers out there, and that's why I buy it at Create for Less. But again, you don't have to use this glue. You can use any glue that's suitable for paper. And you could also even use like a tape runner if you're familiar with like a tape runner type of a thing. But what you're going to do is you're going to be very judicious about putting your glue into onto the back of this, because you don't want it to, and even up here it's probably a little too much. I'm gonna take some of that off with my finger, because you don't want it to spill out onto your backing, okay? But you do need to get in here and do these little parts of the letter, otherwise they're going to stick out and they might rip off even when you put it in the envelope. So then you take that top and you're going to, let's see if I can work from here and still be in camera. Okay, so you're going to take that top and you're going to put it onto your base. And if you have to, depending on how you cut your base, you can go back and sort of trim it up so that it's not showing. Now, I use my cutter, which is, I don't know if it's within view. You don't have to get a Cricut cutter, but I love my cutter to cut my bases and to cut my paper to use with my Cricut Joy. The Cricut Joy, the maximum cutting width is 4.5 inches. So unless you buy paper that's 4.5 inches wide, which I don't know if it even exists, you do have to cut it. So what I do is I take 8.5 by 11 inch and I make strips of 4.5 inches. So then now that my top part is done and trimmed, all I have to do is put a little bit of glue on here. And add it to the base. Isn't that lovely? And I'm going to give you, as I mentioned, I'm going to give you the designs for, I think there's 7 of these. And these are all from Cricut Design Space, which is the Cricut image subscription service. So if you are a Cricut Design Space, it's called Access. If you're an Access customer, you can use all of these designs for free. Otherwise, you will have to pay. You only pay once, by the way. So if you decide you want to just buy one of these images, I think they're like 99 cents each, and you only have to pay once, and you only have to pay when you cut it. So even if you're not an Access member, go to the description of the video and pick up the link, and so that way you can open it and have a look at, see what I have done to create these cards. And that's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. My name is Rita. This is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. If you're not already a subscriber, consider doing so and using that little bell. And if you turn that little bell on, it will tell you when I post new videos, and it will also tell you when I go live. I'm planning on being live on YouTube on Friday nights at around 7:30 Eastern, and would love to see you there. Thanks so much for coming today.